Θεός αν είναι, βενζινάδικο, ο άνθρωπος που κρύβεται πίσω από τη μουσική τους. Γκόραν, Μπρέγκοβιτς. Ο πασίγνωστος Ιουγκοσλάβος μουσικοσυνθέτης βρέθηκε στη Λεμεσό για μία και μοναδική συναυλία και μίλησε αποκλειστικά στο alphanews.live που ήταν χορηγός επικοινωνίας της ξεχωριστής βραδιάς. Ερχόμενος από μια χώρα που σβήστηκε από το χάρτη, σε μια υποκατοχή χώρα, μιλά για τη δική του πατρίδα.
Country that you are born and you did your schools disappeared suddenly. That language that you write disappeared. So then you ask yourself, what is your homeland? And then you discover that actually your homeland is nothing geographical or political. It's one emotional territory. It has nothing to do with borders or with politics. So I'm still, I consider that I'm from a country that doesn't exist, but my emotional territory is this country.
What does music mean to you?
You know, music is nothing necessary, really. It's not air or water, sex. It's, you can compare it with salt. You can eat without, but it's not going to have the same taste. So life without music will be a little bit like food without salt.
Τα πρώτα του βήματα τα περπάτησε στην rock and roll μουσική και παρόλο που έλαμψε τα αστέρι του στη χώρα του, δεν είχε συνειδητοποιήσει τη στροφή και τη μεγάλη διεθνή καριέρα που έμελε να του φέρει η μοίρα.
I was the biggest rock and roll star in my country before the war. So I thought this is the biggest thing that it could happen to me. Then one day I remember one gypsy take my hand and looked at my hand and said, in front of you is big career. I said, even gypsies doesn't know anything anymore. And then it happened, the war, and I have to start again from zero. And I did career, even bigger than before.
Η αλήθεια είναι ότι ο Γκόραν Μπρέγκοβιτς προσπάθησε να αποφύγει το πεπρωμένο. Μα κάθε βήμα του τον οδηγούσε στον ίδιο πανταδρόμο, τη μουσική.
You cannot avoid what you are going to do in your life. I couldn't avoid to be composer. I was musician in striptease bars when I was young. Already in age of 18, I was in Italy playing in striptease bars, and then I promised my mom that I'm not gonna play the music because for her this was connected to drugs. So I studied, and I studied philosophy and sociology. And on that communist times, when you study philosophy, you became professor of Marxism. So I avoid this destiny. In 4 years of university, I did my first record. That was immediately very successful. So I avoid to be teacher of Marxism. So this is the only thing that I know to do. Actually, I never learn anything else except writing music.
Στην καριέρα του συνεργάστηκε με μεγάλους Έλληνες καλλιτέχνες, όπως Λίνα Νικολακοπούλου, Άλκησης Πρωτοψάλτη, Γιώργος Νταλάρας και πάντρεψε κάπως έτσι το ελληνικό πεντάγραμμο με τα πνευστά των Βαλκανίων.
Κι αν σε θέλω κι αν με θέλεις τίποτα δεν βγαίνει, στο μεσαίο το κατάρτι είμαστε δεμένοι.
Χαρακτηριστικό το άλμπουμ του 1997 με τον Γιώργο Νταλάρα, που από τη δισκοθήκη μας επέστρεψε για λίγο στα χέρια του συνθέτη του για να του φέρει νοσταλγία.
Well, I had the luck to produce two good records in Greece. One with Alphanews Pρωτοψάλτη and one with Dalaras, which are good records. I think we're not going to be ashamed of them. Never.
Παραδέχτηκα και ζωή και θάνατο, κι άλλο δεν φοβάμαι πια.
I'm from Sarajevo. So Lina and Alphanews came in Sarajevo. It was just probably a few months before the war. So I did this record just for fun. I didn't ask practically nothing. My only condition was that I want to play with musicians that they did the soundtrack for Ravetico movie.
Δηλώνει λάτρη στο ρεμπέτικον και θεωρεί πως είναι το καλύτερο είδος μουσικής σε όλα τα Βαλκάνια. You said before that you are a great fan of rebetika. Do you still have this passion about rebetika?
I think this is the best what we have on Balkan, this mixture of Ottoman and Orthodox Balkan music. And it's I'm glad to see that it's still in Greece you take care of it. It's not something that you want to forget, which is because it's really beautiful music. You can compare it with, I don't know, with Pink Floyd if you want. It's just, if you are in rush, you are not for rebetika. It's when you have a time, just sit there and everything will be okay.
Θεός αν είναι κι αν μ' αγαπάει κανείς.
Πώς γράφονται αλήθεια οι επιτυχίες και πώς αντανακλώνται διαμάντια πολιτισμού σε μια άλλη κουλτούρα.
You cannot choose destiny of your music. It's once it's done, it goes and fly without your permission around. So I don't know what this could be as a purpose. As far as I see, probably it's after Theodorakis, people of course starts to be more interested in Greek culture than before Theodorakis. Even that you are Greek, that left everything that is valuable in this world, it's invited by you. So I think knowing somebody's culture changed the things. So I hope that probably people who will be tonight here, probably tomorrow will go on internet and find some of our writers, some of our painters, some of our movies, who knows.
Ποια είναι όμως η γνώμη του μεγάλου μουσικοσυνθέτη για τα νέα είδη μουσικής?
Well, I have impression nothing new really happened. People always want to hear word. So I don't know, in my generation we have poets that were very popular. I don't know, from Ginsberg to a few Russian poets. And now they just put rhythm on it and it became this modern music. But it's better, I think, because it's rhythmical and it's more accessible to everybody.
2 ακόμα πολύτιμα άλμπουμ προστίθενται σύντομα στην παγκόσμια δισκογραφία, φέροντας την υπογραφή του Γκόραν Μπρέγκοβιτς.
I have a new record that will be out in April. It's a violin concerto called Belly Button of the World. And it's a violin concerto. It's violin pieces for orchestra and singers. So I'm looking forward to see how it will be when it will come. During COVID, I did 2 records that are now waiting to be released. This is the first one that will be out in April. The second one will be next year.
What is your advice to young musicians and composers?
Oh, you are not from such a small culture like me. You are from big Greek culture, so for you everything is easier. But just have confidence in your culture. Have confidence what your grandma and grandpa left for you. This is the only way, because music is scientifically first human language. They found one flute in Germany 20,000 years old. So the human beings, they did music before they start to speak or before they have religion or politics. So, and if you want to be honest with you, you must go deeper than language. And there you will find music. And always you will find something from your tradition there.